Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is the guide about what Reso or what Esper should you get from the loyalty chest 4, because the previous last patch when the loyalty chest 4 released, I forgot to make the video, and that time also is the moment when my AdSense have problems, so I didn't make the video. So now I'm gonna make the video about the loyalty chest 4. So this video here will separate into a few parts: Reso 2, Reso 4, and Reso 6, like what kind of which Esper should get at their specific Reso. So now we're going to go through is the Reso 2 one. So the first Esper we're going to go through is Nama. So Nama Reso 2 effect here will give you a max stack increase to 12, and then when it casts S3 it get another 2 stack. Like, is it good? I guess so, but is it gonna usable? I don't really think so. So in my opinion, if your Nama is like going for R2, in my own opinion, I would say no. I don't think there's much of a changes. Then the next one is gonna be Changji. So Changji R2 effect here, instead of mirroring HP, it will swap HP instead. So this is a good effect, just that Changji is no longer in the current meta, like in PvP or even PvE as well. So in my opinion, I would say it's a good effect, just that not really that useful already. So I would say Changji is at the no tier. But maybe if one day Changji got buffed or we find a usage for Changji, he will be good. But I would say the effect wise is good, just that it's not really that useful as an Esper at the moment. Then the next one is gonna be Iliad. Okay, Iliad R2 effect here. Each hit extend all ability cooldown to the target by 1 turn. Then this each hit, right, is from the sharp one, which is S2. So S2 here will hit 3 hits, which means not just your S3 can CD reset, S2 here can also increase their ability cooldown. Iliad is a pretty good Esper in RTA content, so I would say I will put it at not bad. For R2, it's not really that good or that high priority to go for. Then for Tricky R2 effect here is pretty good, which is inflict speed down on a target for 2 turns. So why am I saying that inflict speed down is a pretty good effect on Tricky? Because like Tricky's passive needs to be dispel, right? And then if your S3 here already can dispel and then apply mix rate up, you also further apply a speed down for them. It will make the overall flow a lot more better. So in my opinion, I'll put Tricky at R2 wise, I'll put it at the best. In my opinion, I really like the Tricky R2 effect. Okay, then for height here, R2 effect here, Breath of the Deep stack will not clear in subsequent round. But to be honest, this effect is totally useless now. To be honest, if I can, I'm just gonna put it at the bottom. But then I'm gonna put it at no. Not really that useful in my opinion. Then the next one is Ophelia. R2 effect here, after attacking, if enemy have 3 or more debuff, Butterfly Dreams cooldown -1 turn. So if they have more debuff, when you cast S2, then your S3 here cooldown faster. So I would say this is one of the good effect as well, especially if your Ophelia is still not at high Reso and you're going for R2. This effect here, can shorten your Fafnir turn as well. Then the next one is gonna be Ashley. Ashley R2 effect here will grant shield to all ally for 1 turn, and this shield is from the S3 here. So S3 here grants defense up and also grants attack up, shield, all those things, right? But this shield here is only for herself, and then attack up is for everyone. But now your shield here will also grant for everyone. So if you're Ashley user, I would say this effect is not bad and it's pretty useful as well. Then the next one is going to be Biotina. So Biotina here, R2 effect here, target dispel change to 2. So your passive here, not just dispelling 1 Esper, you are going to add dispel to 2 Esper. I would say is I don't know, or not bad. But in my opinion, it's no, it's not really that impactful in my opinion. Then the next one is going to be Intisa. Intisa R2, when without stealth mode, launch a pursuit attack with Transmit Virus, and Transmit Virus is her S3. So if you don't have stealth mode and you use Intisa, right? If you don't have stealth mode, you instantly go into a free S3. So I would say R2 effect wise, this is also the best you will get for R2 range. Okay, so but it still depends. Like maybe if you want to go for Nama R6, right, then maybe your Nama should be at your best. So it really depends on, do you want to chase for that specific Esper Reso. But if we are talking about effect wise, it's not really that important. But I would say Nama will go up to the best tier personally, because I want to push Nama to R6. Okay, on second thoughts, I think Nama should go to the best because pushing Nama's Reso is actually pretty valuable until R6 as well, if you don't just consider about the effect. Okay, now let's take a look at the R4. Okay, then for Nama R4 effect here, I would still put Nama at best just because it's one step closer to a Nama R6, and when Nama go until R6 is very good Esper. So and this effect here, the first ability cast in the battle deals 15% more damage. It's not really a big deal, just that it cause you can chase for the Reso, so I would say it's something good. Then for Changji wise, R4 effect here, when the target's defense is below, then Changji defense damage increased by 15%. So if you're using for Changji, this damage here is actually pretty good. So I would say it's not bad. And then the next one is gonna be Elliot. Elliot R4 effect. When attacking, consume max HP, 5% max HP and deal extra true damage. I would say no, not really that important. Like, you increase his DPS, but overall it's not a game-changing Reso. Then Biotina R4 effect. The first ability cast in the battle deals 15% extra damage. You only use Biotina in Dark Starlord and also in maybe if you want to fight Wuyu, but no, it's no longer the case now, so I would say still a no for me. Then Intisa R4 effect. Intisa R4 effect here, if the single target damage is higher than 35% of the target's max HP, then deal another additional true damage. So the more damage you deal within one single ability damage, then you get another extra true damage. So this is one of the best damage effect you can get from Intisa as well. It's a very pain effect. Then the next one is going to be Height. Height R4 effect here. When any ally is not currently alive, then increase his crit damage. So if you are a Height user, which I don't really think so already, because Height is definitely out of the meta, I would say this effect is good. But in the current meta now, should you actually go for Height? I would say no. So I would just still put him at no tier, even though the effect is pretty good for him. Then Ashley R4 effect here. Each surviving enemy grants accuracy +6. Who bothers about that? No one cares. And then Ashley will go to no. And then for Ophelia R4 effect here, heals upon killing an enemy 30% of the max HP. To be honest, this effect doesn't like affect too much, so I would say no as well. Like, even this effect will only be good in PvP, but not really that good in my opinion. Then the next one is Tricky. Okay, Tricky R4 effect. Upon successfully dispelling or stealing buff, will reduce their max HP capacity on the target for each buff dispelling or stolen. And especially his kit here have already dispel and can steal buff as is it steal buff? I think it's a universal one, and then here can also reduce their this one here reduce their HP, and then here will reduce their max HP capacity. So if you're using a Tricky, so I would say it's also the best choice for R4, especially all those Esper that have a unique R4 effect, like Intisa and Tricky. Their unique R4 effect really makes their value a lot more higher compared to the other Esper here. Then now let's take a look at R6. Okay, then for R6 part here, Nama is definitely going for the best, because the moment Nama go Burning Sun stack reach the max, it will auto cast S3. So in the moment of R6, you can really make Nama very strong in APEP comp, in Andra, speedrun, in wave content as well. Nama's value actually went very high when the moment he go until R6. Usually the wave content really makes him shine. Okay, then the next one is going to be Changji. So Changji R6 effect here, here will make your mirroring HP become a HP swap. Here increase your damage. Then R6 effect here, before swapping AP, you AP push all your ally Esper first. So it's also a very good thing. Maybe Changji can be used in RTA like warm-up match when he's at R6. Just that now we have a lot of Esper to actually counter this AP swapping or AP up affecting, so I would say it's a not bad tier. Okay, then for Elliot here, R6 effect here, this ability won't miss and cannot be resist. So if you're the moment you're using Elliot in RTA, then if you really miss the effect here, then basically it becomes useless. So I would say this R6 effect here is the best effect for Iliad if you use him. Only if you use him. If you don't use him, then basically that's useless. Then Biotina. Then Biotina R6 effect is before you the condition of ignoring defense, because usually if you want to ignore the defense, they have to be not buffed. But R6 effect here will make it doesn't have the condition anymore, which means you can always ignore the defense. So it's pretty good for Darkstarlord to leash out a little bit of damage. So I would say it's still good. Then not until like useless. Intisa R6 effect. When Intisa go until R6, you AP attack up everyone first before you take the action before you cast S3. Basically your DPS here become a buffer as well. So I would say it's a not bad effect, just that in most cases it doesn't really matter too much. Then Ophelia R6 is very strong, because if your Ophelia actually kills someone, your Ophelia will reset her pursuit count, which is total 4, right? And then it can go until another 1 as well. So it's gonna be a very useful esper in like what's that called, Memory Reef and the other content that have a lot of mob. You can just use Ophelia. She will slowly slash off every single enemy until she cannot kill anyone with the 4 pursuit attack. So I would say it's the best value as well. Then for Ashley here, R6 effect, you gains 1 Rainbow Bridge stack after casting any ability. So it's a pretty good skill, just that not really that useful. So I would say no, unless you want her name card. Then it's gonna be Height now. Where's Height? Okay, Height here. R6 effect here, at the start of combat, you grant 10 stack of Breath of the Deep. It's actually a very strong effect for Height, just that if I really find one content to make Height useful, it will be triple threats. Assuming you don't have 10 team of triple threats, Height might be still a choice for you. Like you put 1 Height and then you put in all 4 other rare esper. So in that case, I would say it's not bad. Then the last one is going to be Tricky. Tricky here, R6 effect, HP reduction won't be lower than 15% of the max HP, so it can, the HP reduction usually will stop at 50%, but the R6 effect here let you reduce until 15%, I mean the effect here, this effect here. So basically you can keep reducing his HP very low to the enemies. I would say it's a good effect, but not until too game changing for that esper. So the game-changing esper at R6 here, I would say is Nama, Iliad, and Ophelia is the game-changing R6 effect. And then here is the not bad, and here is the no. So this is the loyalty box for guide for you guys. So I hope this video actually helped you guys out as well. Then the Divinate box one actually, to be honest, it really depends on which esper do you use the most. But personally for me, if I have the Divinate box, I'll go all in for Ophelia and Nama. I don't care about the rest. Like them having Divinate or not doesn't make too much of the changes in my opinion. So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Gen MP, Molkert Regally, The Blue Chilane, Yaki Shiba Tails, Kemi, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwalks, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexa, Antonio Winterspoon, Marlene Williams, Uncle Chat, Eric Mendes, Craigreen, Riku Fred X Iris, Calamity, Jordan Alons, Rocco Stanzions. Thank you so much for your support. And that's not all. Also special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. So special thanks to Ziggy, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Johnny. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.